Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're going to make a flourless orange and almond cake, and we're going to be using oranges, fresh oranges that have been pre-simmered. They've been simmering for 1 hour in just plain water. That takes a little bit of the bitterness out of the skin. We're going to use the whole orange. So we've boiled these, we're going to de-seed them, run them through the food processor, the blender, until they're very smooth. Then we're going to combine it with almond flour, whole eggs and sugar, and it's just something very easy that, again, children can make on their own. Maybe as adults you might want to just supervise the oranges, but we only cook them for an hour. I'm going to supervise Daniel through this process. Hello. And we'll just show you how easy it is for Daniel to make this. So what we do first, we've got our boiled oranges. I'm going to remove the tops of the core where the orange sits on the branch of the tree. You don't want to have that in there. I'll cut them into quarters, and Daniel will have a look and see if there's any seeds in there, and he'll do seed. Looks like these ones are pretty good, but Daniel will just poke his fork in the middle there and see if there's any seeds in there. They all look like they're seedless. They don't write that on the store, in the store on the description. So you just got to check. Okay. Now that they're in the blender, you want to go and pop the lid on. Our blender is pretty good. It's going to be very airtight. So what you want to do, because these oranges are warm and hot, you want to remove the top and just leave it on there loose so the hot air can escape when you turn it on. Otherwise that pressure is going to build up and we'll have an explosion. The top will pop off and we'll have oranges everywhere. Now Daniel's just going to blend those, and we're going to start on low. So our oranges have been pureed into a smooth paste. There's no lumps, no seeds, all the orange skin, the pith, everything, all the flesh of the orange, it's all been pureed. We're just going to add that to the bowl. I'm hiding your face there. Now Daniel's going to whisk all the ingredients in, and we're just going to add the sugar, and that's 250 grams of sugar.
250.
250. And 6 whole eggs. We can add those in now, and that'll all be mixed up into a paste.
And you might want to squash them.
And break up the yolks. Looks like scrambled eggs. Keep mixing. Good. And then you're just going to take the almond flour and add that. You don't have to worry about sifting it because the lumps, they will whisk out as you mix that into the orange cake mix. If you hold the side of the bowl, it'll be easier. There you go. So Daniel's whisked all the ingredients together. He's removed the lumps from the almond flour. It's all in there. It's nice and smooth. Now we can add that to the cake tin. And we have a pre-greased 8-inch cake tin here that's been pre-greased with almond flour to coat it.
We preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to put it in. And it's going to bake for an hour.
Now Daniel's brought the orange and almond cake out of the oven. We've let it cool for 5 minutes before we remove the ring. I've run a knife around the outside edge to make sure it's free. And we just need to lift that off. I'll go ahead and place it on our plate. Now to finish this cake, I've heated up a smooth apricot jam. And basically just bringing it to a boil on the stove and mixing it in. I'm going to brush the apricot jam over the top of the cake while it's still warm out of the oven. And that'll be a finishing glaze on the cake. While I'm doing this, Daniel's going to cut our strawberries for a garnish. And you want to brush the top of this cake and all around the edges. This will also help seal in the cake, and you can place this in a Tupperware container in your refrigerator and it'll keep for a long time. It's going to be very moist.
I'm done cutting the strawberries. Do you want to help decorate the cake?
Yeah, sure.
So let me do it. It's like 12, 6.
Yeah, we got 12 pieces of strawberries. And we're just placing them around the cake like the numbers on a clock. Do you want to finish the rest?
Sure.
And just recapping again, this is gluten-free. It has eggs. It's not vegan, but it's also dairy-free. That's just a real simple, pretty cake.
So that's our gluten-free almond orange cake.
And don't forget to check in next time we show you how to make this awesome banana bread.